Hello. This is the second video in a series designed to show you some of the more useful tools with Microsoft Word that can automate report writing processes and make your life easier. This video will discuss ways to insert tables and figures, caption and reference them accordingly. I have opened the template on the Mechanical Engineering Standards and Practices website for the interim design report. What you're learning here can be applicable to any of the other templates as well. So, how can we best insert figures? I'll come down, I could scroll, or I could also click on the navigation pane. I have a couple of examples of figures here. University of Evansville logo, main components of a roller clutch assembly. Let's say I wanted to insert an additional figure. Let's say I want to place it right here. Sometimes what you want to do is grab a screenshot from another window, program, website, whatever have you. The way to do that is to bring up the item you want to copy, and then you can hold down the Alt and Print Screen keys. Alt and Print Screen on your keyboard. I can do that and then come back to my document, and then I can paste that in. Usually when you're doing a screenshot, what you're interested in is one local region, but the screenshot takes the entire window of your computer monitor. The way to reduce that is through, I'll click on the picture to highlight it, and notice I can bring up formatting picture tools. That is the crop option. If you choose crop, you can click and drag and reduce your window size accordingly. Essentially cut out what you don't want and keep what you do. When I'm done, I can just click the crop button, and note I've now trimmed my image. Let's say I want this in the center. I can format it to the center. With figures, you always want to include a caption. The way to do that automatically is to right-click on the picture and choose Insert Caption. When you do that, you can label it as a figure or whatever you want to call it. You can position that above or below the item, and you can apply a caption. So this is the Firefox icon. I can then click OK. Now, I've taken this from another source, so ideally I should also include a reference to that website, as you learned in the first video. So now I have my image with the figure. One of the things you probably end up doing is moving figures around, and when you do that, then you have to read through the document and rename all of the times you pull up or reference figure 1, figure 2, figure 3 in your sentences. There's a way to automate the links between images and figures. Let me show you how to do that. I'll type in another line here that says figure 3 is an icon from Firefox. Now, if I were to move this somewhere else in the document, and let's say it became figure 2, I'd have to know to come back here and change this to figure 2. Well, there's something I can do instead. Leave that blank, and then I can come up to References, and I want to insert a cross-reference. This will be a numbered item. Scroll down here. Here we are. The reference type is a figure. Note that since I use automatic captions, it has all of these listed. I'm choosing the third one, and I want to insert the reference. I don't want the whole caption. I just want the label and number. So I can choose those and click Insert, and note what has happened. I'll click Close. This is now highlighted completely because it is an automatic cross-link that I have created. If I were to insert an image before it, this would become figure 4, and this would also update as figure 4 as well. Again, a very useful tool. I would imagine you're also going to spend a good bit of time transferring tables and charts from Microsoft Excel into your Microsoft Word reports. Let me walk you through a couple of examples with that as well. Maybe I'll come here at this point and insert a table. You do not want to use a screenshot for a table. Microsoft Excel offers very many formatting options directly inside Microsoft Word. Let me show you what I mean. I have an example of some data that was used to then calculate a comparison between experimental and measured data in a chart. First, let's insert an example table. I can highlight the data, copy that, come back to my Word document, and paste it. Notice that it's tried to copy the formatting that I applied in my Microsoft Excel document, and that's fine. However, I could change the way it looks to better reflect the color choices and style in my document. You can do this automatically. I highlight the table, and then notice Table Tools. I have Design and Layout. Under the Design tab, I have many automatic table styles. I can just move my cursor over a few of them, and you can see how they would automatically change the look and feel of the table. For instance, I could click to apply that. If I wanted to center it, I could highlight everything, go home, and center that as well. This is much nicer than just doing a screenshot of a table. You have complete control over how it looks and how it is presented to the reader. Again, a table always needs to have a caption as well, so I should highlight that, right-click, and insert a caption. This is not a figure, it's a table. Tables usually go above, and I could type in my caption. And it's automatically formatted and positioned. If I wanted to reference the table, I could use the same cross-reference tool that I just showed you with the figure as well. Finally, let me show you how to insert Excel charts easily and format them in your Microsoft Word document. So this is an example chart from some previous data. I will highlight everything and copy it. I can then come into my report. Maybe I'll enter it down here, and I will paste. You see everything looks fairly nice. The legend is cut out, so I can go in now and edit that dynamically. Another thing you might find is that your font is too big or too small. Well, a very nice thing with current versions of Microsoft Word is that through Home you can select your plot and you can change the font size of just about everything. If it's too big, I could make it smaller or make it larger. Again, this is much preferred to just doing a screenshot because it allows you to dynamically change the text and the size of fonts and formatting for the table, for that matter. Also, this would need a caption, so I can highlight, right-click, insert caption. This is a figure. One final note is that for figures, usually your caption is telling you the information, identifying what the figure shows. You don't need to do that twice, so if you're putting this information into your caption, you do not need a title. So that shows you how to insert tables and figures, how to caption them, and then how to dynamically, through references, cross-reference them so that your document automatically updates all the numbering. One last thing I'd like to show you is that sometimes you move the tables around or the figures. For instance, I could Let's see, this should be centered. There we go. I could highlight this, which is figure 4, and cut it away. And then let's say I place it, I don't know, here, before figure 3. Note that the numbering has not updated. The way to force that is to go to File and Print Preview. That, for whatever reason, then goes through and updates all the numbering. I don't have to print. I can go back home and I see that the numbering has updated. Hopefully that'll save you an hour of confusion as it did me.